What's going on out there, guys? Ray with Clean Home Power Washing out of North Carolina. In this video, we're going to be going over our concrete cleaning process. We're doing a driveway, a walkway, and we're even going to be doing a house wash on a stucco house. Now, right now, I'm applying down about a 2.5% pre-treatment. Now, when you pre-treat concrete, we like to always wet down both sides, make sure we watch where that runoff is going, protect any vegetation or property that needs to be protected, and putting down that nice hot pre-treatment really helps get that concrete nice and clean. Now, Big John's gonna come right behind me with the surface cleaner. We're running an 8 gallon a minute hot water unit. We do like to put a little bit of heat down when we clean concrete. You don't have to have it, but we found that it does help by applying some heat there. It just helps pull up a lot of that sticky grime and algae that gets on the concrete. And if you have any irrigation type staining, it also helps with lifting those up. So we're gonna just cover as much surface area as possible with the surface cleaner. You can see the technique that Big John is using here. He'll go up, then come back, and then blend everything in on that third pass. Now, some guys will say, go left and right. Some will say go up and down long ways. Others will even say use a circular technique to blend that concrete in. What we found is as long as you're going slow and taking your time, watching what you're doing, you'll end up producing good results, whether you're using a 4 gallon a minute or an 8 gallon a minute. It doesn't matter. So once we get done covering all that area, we'll come back with the turbo nozzle hooked to the wand and just button everything up. You know, get all those areas that we could not reach with the surface cleaner. If you don't have a turbo nozzle, I'd recommend go ahead and investing in one. They make things go very efficiently and you get a much more professional result than you would say if you were using a fan tip, a white, yellow, or green tip on the concrete. So we'll just get everything buttoned up and looking good because that's what's going to get those repeat customers, those referrals, those reviews, and ultimately it's going to make your business succeed. So once we get done with that, we're going to start on the house wash. Now, when we're washing these houses that are stucco, we'll hook up that downstream injector and go ahead and get all of the areas that we can with the downstreamer. All that fascia, the soffits, the gutters, any painted wood areas. We'll go ahead and apply a house wash mix with the downstreamer and get all that first. That just helps everything, again, go more efficiently to get in and out of our customers' hair. I know they appreciate that. It helps us on our end too. So you can see me here, go ahead and rinsing all that down, wetting everything down. Then I'll switch over to the booster pump and apply that hotter mix to all the stucco areas on the house. Those gables had some algae on the side of them and the parapets around the windows. And I'll switch back and forth, making sure I'm keeping that roof wet because I'm trying to prevent any clean spots in the roof because the customer did not opt in to get the roof cleaned. So I'm just taking my time with that, treating those areas, getting everything cleaned up and looking good with the booster pump and high pressure hose, getting it all dressed up and looking good. Now, as soon as we get done with the house wash, we're gonna switch back over to the surface cleaner and get this driveway started. Now, again, I wet down both sides of the driveway, check where the runoff's going, and go ahead and lay down that nice pre-treatment. Again, it's about a 2.5% mix. And Big John's gonna do his thing, getting that surface cleaner working back side to side. On the driveways, we definitely like to do a side to side technique to help prevent being able to get the visual of the lines that may be left in there. Not all concrete is the same. You know, sometimes the lines show up worse than others. So we like to just try to do everything we can to minimize that. Now, with a bigger driveway like this, we like to do it in sections. So you can see where John just did about a third of the driveway, went ahead and rinsed everything down, and I went ahead and came behind him with that post-treatment. And he's gonna continue on, just, you know, hammering away at getting this driveway cleaned up. It was a fairly decent sized driveway, so we like to break that up in pieces. You don't want to let the dirt and algae that you've cleaned off of the driveway dry because it makes it that much harder to get back up. It'll just stick right back down to that driveway, especially when you get into the hotter months in the summer. It's very imperative that you go ahead and get that stuff off of the concrete. Now we're going to take a look at the results, and as you can see, from the before on the left to the after on the right, we were able to get some really good results for our customer. That concrete turned out bright white. We put that strong mix down. We don't always pre-treat and post-treat with a strong mix like that, but our customer told us that they were putting this house on the market and they really wanted it to pop. So that's what we were after. We controlled that runoff, made sure that we did a good job, and you can see here, everything turned out phenomenal. Now let's fast forward 24 hours and take a look at this property the next day. So I just pulled up on the job that we just completed in the video that you saw, and this is the day after. This is after everything has dried up, and I'm gonna check out these results, make sure that we did a good job for our customer. Another reason why I'm coming back is they told me that I should have left a yard sign. I figured because they had the house up on the market that they wouldn't want that out there, but they told me to come back and put one in the yard, so I figured, hey, while I'm here, might as well check out this house now that everything's dried up and see what kind of results that we've got. So as you can see, this concrete, man, whew, it turned out bright white. That walkway turned out very nice. And I just walked over there and checked out the front porch earlier, but just want to show you guys the rest. So all this stucco, this soft stucco around the doors and windows, it was all blacked up, had black streaks. Same with those up there. Now sometimes I've heard these been called parapets before, but sometimes you'll get these little black streaks on them, and once you put some cleaning solution on there and let it dwell, those black streaks will go away, but you'll end up with some shadows. And what I think that's from is where the UV exposure to that stucco has caused that. But anyway, yeah, so the fascia, the soffits, everything came out really good. This brick right here, man, it was pretty bad shape, blacked out, and same with the steps here, come out beautiful. So I'm very happy. Now this deck, we did that too, but the deck did not clean up the way I hoped it would. I thought these black streaks were algae on here, but what they were is actually just where this Trex decking, I think this is a first gen Trex deck here, maybe a second, I don't know, but that black stuff is actually up under the color of the deck. So we weren't able to get those up. Talked to the customer about it, and they still wanted us to proceed with cleaning, so we got all the algae and stuff up. But yeah, very happy with the driveway. I was a little concerned because we did use about a 2.5% mix to pre-treat and post-treat with, because we really wanted this to pop for the market, and I was a little concerned about that grass over there. But as you can see, if you pre-wet that grass down, make sure everything is wet before you start, and then rinse it all off when you're done. Usually I've only had one case where I burned up some grass and plants, and I was X-jetting when I did that and was using a pretty hot mix. Ended up burning up some plants and stuff. But anyway, we're gonna keep on walking down here and check this out. So all this concrete for the walkway came out nice. Now they did not, for whatever reason, want to get the patio right here in the back cleaned up. So there's a pretty big difference there, but that's what they wanted, and we do what our customers want. So that's what they got. And I'm not gonna walk all the way down there, but you can see here, it's all come out very nice, and we're happy with it. It was funny because the customer ended up having their kids out there cleaning that boat dock up, so they wanted to save a little bit of money on the cost, which I understand, and I actually thought that was pretty cool that he had his two sons out there and they were getting it done. So it was nice to see that. I always appreciate when parents teach their kids values like hard work and stuff like that. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on with the COVID-19. A lot of people are getting down and out, but don't give up, man. This is more than ever time to stand up and stand out and get your hustle on. So take it from me, it's worth it. And as always, keep on hustling, keep on grinding, shining like a diamond. We'll check you later.